Game 6, it might be in Vancouver on home ice. The Canucks, they do it! The Vancouver Canucks win the Stanley Cup in year 5 on home ice. GM Superb, man, has brought in Rasmus Dahlin and Tage Thompson for the 9th overall pick. With the 16th overall pick, the Nashville Predators select from the US West Edgar Westcott. With the 19th overall pick from the USA Central, the Nashville Predators select Carter Long. With the 31st overall pick, the Nashville Predators select from the Spokane Chiefs of the WHL, Damon Donovan. With the 41st overall pick, the Nashville Predators select from the Sioux Greyhounds of the OHL, Gail Panayi. My blue line, ladies and gentlemen. We have just stocked up the shelves for the blue line. Oh my God. Panayi, Donovan, and Westcott. Oh yeah, and just throw Slong in there as well. All right, Nashville, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our Year 6 season simulation with your Nashville Predators. And the Stanley Cup window is still open. Ever since we drafted Ukraine Wayne, I saw a Stanley Cup window for his rookie minor league contract. Year 1, it wasn't a great season. Last year, I really thought that we could make the playoffs, but we had that horrible start with the injury to Mason McTavish, and I should have done a way better job with the line changes because we missed the freaking playoffs by just a couple of points. But this year, after the moves that we made at the draft, signing all those great defensemen, but also picking up Tage Thompson and Rasmus Dahlin, the Stanley Cup window is officially open for one more season. Now, we did extend Maxim Anisimov in the offseason, and that big boy, $12.250 million contract over 8 years is going to kick in next season. And we're also hoping that come January 1st, we can extend Rasmus Dahlin and complete the 9-year deal, right? But here's the problem that I'm running into. We signed Anisimov in the offseason to the extension because we had the cap space free. Well, this year, it's going to be Lavallee and Fotinos' time to give that extension. But I'm not going to be able to extend them if I don't have the cap space. And there are 2 contracts from our forward core that's going to be blocking that, and that is Tage Thompson and Philip Forsberg. Now, these guys are on our first line for this season, and this is why it's a Stanley Cup window. I really don't think that they're coming back next year. I think we're going to be trading away Forsberg and Tage Thompson at this year's draft or this year's free agency. Or, if we decide to just crap the bed for year number 6, we might even just trade them at the trade deadline, right? But I'm hoping that this team can not only dominate the regular season, get into the playoffs, and go on a run for the Stanley Cup. So we got one more year with this veteran squad before we flip it over to the young guns, right? So next year, Lavallee, Fotinos, first line. And we have to extend a bunch of guys, including our goaltender, Askarov, who still wants how much money? Good God, man. Trying to sign this guy long-term, $9.5 million. I hate signing goalies. I hate giving goalies money, man. It always feels like such a waste. So, a lot to do. We got to get to January 1st. But also, I was talking with the Twitch scouts, and in the last video, we made the signing to our AHL head coach position of Brent Burns. The reason being is we had a fantastic draft with blue liners. We picked up all of our defensemen of the future, right? And Gail Gordon is our head coach right now, but Gail Gordon has a pinch-shoot combination for his chemistry. And I was thinking, what if all those defensemen have pinch cycle? I don't want to get blindsided like that. I can't check it out right now because I still haven't signed these guys, haven't brought them up to the AHL or the NHL to look at their chemistry, but I need to have a pinch cycle head coach ready down there just in case. Now, I got this guy Brent Burns, but there's a problem. Unlike Gail Gordon, who has pinch shoot on the first and second, Brent Burns has pinch cycle, but only on the first. The second is balance cycle, and the third is balance. So if I get like 3 defensemen all with pinch cycle, you're only going to be able to choose 2 of them, and then Kovalev and Dali, like, I don't think that's actually a good head coach, and that's where I made my mistake. Now, me and the Twitch scouts, we've already gone through, and we figured out, I forget what the head coach's name was. Oh, God. He was like C. Hang on a second. A forward was C. Was it this guy? I think it was. Let's see. Yeah, this is the kind of pinch cycle head coach that I want to find. See how he's got pinch cycle on both the first and second, even pinch balanced on the third, which means somebody with pinch shoot, he would fit in that line. That's the kind of head coach that I want. All right, that would be the pinch cycle option, while Gale Gordon is my pinch shoot option. The only problem is that there are no forward head coaches with that kind of chemistry style that have good enough stats where I can start to develop them down in the AHL. So we all decided that just every year we're going to look for a new head coach who's at least like a B minus, a B, with that pinch cycle, who's still in his 40s or early 50s. That'll give us time to develop. Now, we don't have to worry about it right now because those defensemen aren't ready, and they're not going to be ready for 3 to 4 years. So Gale Gordon is our guy for right now. And Rasmus Dahlin, Kovalev, and the rest of our blue line all work out with that head coach. But I am very aware of that, all right? So we do want to find a backup head coach just in case. And also, I've told you guys about potentially trading away Tage Thompson and Philip Forsberg at the trade deadline, at the draft, or in free agency. We've gone through and we've looked at all of the prospects in basically the first 2 rounds, and it was not impressive at all. Unlike last year where we were able to find a bunch of really good players deep in the draft, I didn't really see much. Now, we haven't unlocked a lot of them just yet, so we're going to come back to this, but I want to know whether or not, if we're trading away Tage Thompson and Philip Forsberg, if we're acquiring draft picks for this year and continuing to add to our depth, stocking up the cupboard, or do we just trade them for prospects or draft picks in upcoming years, you know what I mean, so that we can make those decisions later. Maybe they can become trading assets, I don't know. So we have to worry about that. We have to worry about the coaching situation, and we have to simulate to January 1st, because that's when the big Rasmus Dahlin extension comes in. I'm hoping that he wants to extend with us, all right? So I'm hoping that we have a very good year. I'm hoping that we can get the extensions in, and this 2-year playoff drought that we've been on, I really thought that we would have a Stanley Cup window open up. It didn't happen last year. I'm hoping that it happens this year. So when is January? That's December, just January 1st right there. All right, so keep the injuries low. Let's go 1 week at a time, and let's get some freaking victories, Nashville, all right? 3 games, Philly, New Jersey, and San Jose. Let's see what we got. Milwaukee player Jaden DeBoer. I don't care about him. So that's a win against Philly, that's a loss against New Jersey, and it's a loss again against San Jose. Loss against Vegas, a win against Chicago. Oh my God. All right, so still too early in the season to tell. Let's see if we can back out and take a look at some of these individual stats. Victor Hedman, man, thank God. Could you imagine if he retired? That Stanley Cup window would not be there. That was my first line playing. He's got 10 points in 13 games played. Does Ukraine win? All right, so Tage Thompson and Forsberg. They are plus players. Not really taken off in points, though. Philip Forsberg, let's see what we got. A -1. So the first line not doing great. Second line, 3 points for Mason McTavish, and I just signed him to that $6 million extension per year. People aren't going to like that. 10 points. Tolvin and Tomasino doing all right. What about the third line? Fotino's 3 points. My whole man. Lots of good points for Joel Lavallee. He's got 5 goals in 13 games played, but a -4. And then my fourth line's not doing bad. Defensively, Hedman, +3, so that's going to be Kovalev at +3. What about Rasmus Dahlin, -1? All right, so it's still a little bit too early in the season to start making determinations on line changes. But I am worried about our power play. How's our power play looking? Our power play needs to be good. Power play percentage, hang on a sec. Let's see what we got. 21.4, that's actually not horrible. 1 in every 5 we get a power play. I'd like to get it up around 25%, so it's 1 in every 4 we get something. Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the end of this month in, what are we in? We're in November right now? Let's get to the end of November and see what the stats look like from there, all right? So we'll go up to this game against Chicago. 1 week at a time, actually, yeah. So St. Louis, Colorado, Dallas, and Pittsburgh. Let's see what we can get. St. Louis, that's an overtime win. A shootout loss to Colorado. They're a good team. A 6-4 loss to Dallas and a 7-2 win against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So in that 4-game stretch, 2-1-1, not bad. 8-6-3. We just want to keep that regulation loss number down. If you remember last year, it took us 8 wins to get, or it took us 12 regulation losses to get the 8 wins. So we've done the 8 wins and only 6 regulation losses this time around. So that's good. Keep the sim going. Canadian trip, baby. Toronto, Calgary, and Vancouver. That's a shootout win. Cameron Ramsey's been injured with a pulled groin. Estimated return is December 11th. All right, so I'll just replace the player. That's a win against Calgary. Cameron Ramsey is my 4th line, correct? Yeah, and he's been replaced by Kiefer Bellows. That's fine. That's a perfectly fine replacement. Cameron Ramsey, And these guys are going to be my third line in the future. I got to make sure that they have good seasons. I got to move them up eventually as well. But we might be able to extend both Ramsey, Draper, all three of them actually, Ramsey, Draper, and Yarventi to like long-term contracts this year. You guys know what kind of contracts I love doing. All right, so keep the wins coming. That's a 3-game winning streak right now. A loss against the defending Stanley Cup champion Vancouver Canucks. You can understand that. And let's get to the beginning of December here. Arizona Coyotes, that's a win. And the Minnesota Wilds, that is a 4-2 loss. All right, so 11-8-3. We're above hockey 500, but real 500, we're right there. And we're leading our division. Where are the Avalanche? The Avalanche are 11-10-1, and so are the Wild. All right, so again, we're dealing with a slightly weaker division, although it may be weak in terms of there's not been one team that's taken off, but it's deeper this year. I mean, the Wild have 23, the Avs have 23, the Jets have 20, the Blackhawks have 20, the Blues have 19, the Coyotes have 18. You know, it's pretty tight there. And look, there are other teams like the Canucks are already up at 30, the Islanders are up at 30, the Leafs are up at 28. Yeah, we have the weakest division in terms of the top team there. All right, so let's go back to edit lines and see what... Jesus! Victor Hedman, my God! This guy gets better with age. Those super Swedes, man, they only get smarter and smarter. Anisimov, ooh, -4. 15 points in 22 games played. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. He's got a +5. He's playing like a 96 overall with a 91 and a 94. How are they not performing well? Is it Tage Thompson? We had the same problem last year, if you remember, with Kempe. We got to find the right freaking teammate for Anisimov, man. It's got to be Lavallee and Fotinos. 10 points in 22 games played for Philip Forsberg. Oh, my God. Only 3 power play points? What about Lavallee and Fotinos down here? 7 goals. Yeah, everyone's kind of slowing down, man. Is it? Maybe it's Kovalev. No, Kovalev and Hedman, they're +8. They're doing their job. Dahlin. Part of me thinks, like, okay, there's part of me that's thinking that the simulation has been bad so far for us. And even though it's been bad, we're still above 500. When it begins to open up for us, we're going to hit that 5-game winning streak, that 7-game winning streak, that 8 of 10, you know, and all of a sudden we're going to look at ourselves differently. But then the other side of that coin, what if we're actually playing better than we should be? And that's why we're above 500 and we have a 5 or 7-game losing streak inbound. Let me go back to the stats again. The only thing I can think of is the power play, because I have Lavallee playing the point. I might want to just, I don't know. Let's see, goals for per game. And we're scoring enough compared to our division. We're allowing way too many goals. Yeah, we're allowing way too many. Power play percentage, let's see. Yeah, the other teams came down. We're at 21. Let's see the entire league. What's the highest power play percentage? We're at 21. Holy shit. Columbus Blue Jackets at 30%. That's a real good power play. It's basically like 1 in every 3. It's not quite there, but you know they're pushing 1 in every 3 power plays. 25, 24. I mean, we're 6th best power play in the NHL. That's not that bad. And then the penalty kill, we're 82. The penalty kill could be better. Yeah, the penalty kill could be better. Okay. Kind of Tweenersville right now, right? Kind of Tweenersville. Twitch, what do you guys think? Johnny is so bad at this game. Oh, yeah, because I'm playing it. For God's sakes, it's a young team. Get out of here. Now, I just got to get to January 1st. Yeah, let's just keep the simming going. Let's keep the simming. I think we're turning it around. Up against Chicago. 4-3 loss in regulation. Anaheim, 5-2 win. I don't know yet. I don't know about this team. Up against the Arizona Coyotes and the Boston Bruins. 2 games in a week. That's a shootout win. There you go. Cameron Ramsey is back. Let me just simulate up to the game against Boston. Make sure that he doesn't have a lingering injury. And yes, I was reading your comments. Johnny, turn off the setting for lingering injuries. I know I can do that. Probably should do that. But, you know, I just hate it. Okay. You know, listen to you guys. Can you guys remind me for the playoffs to turn it back off? Because I will want to play players in the playoffs if they're injured. But you're right. For the regular season, let's just turn this crap off. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Injuries are on. Where is it? Injury return. Yeah, NHL injury return warning. Fully healed. All right? Let me know when they're fully healed, please. Thank you. You can do both as well. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe I should just have that one on. All right, so still waiting for Cameron Ramsey to come back, so don't go too far. Let's go back-to-back games. Yeah, let's just finish the back-to-back. Boston and New Jersey. What do we got here? Cameron Ramsey is fully healed. I'll just play these 2 games, then I'll get him back in. Yes! All right, there's 4 in a row. All of a sudden, 15-9-3. See what I mean? We're at that point of the season. We're at a stage with a record that all we need is a little winning streak, and things look a lot better for us. So I'm not willing to just get crazy just yet. Ramsey, get back in there. Ramsey, get back in there. There you go, my man. All right, so Ramsey has joined his 2 line mates on the 4th line once again. Let's continue the simulation. Hang on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, sorry about that. So we've won 4 games in a row. Record's starting to look a little bit better, 15-9-3. I still want to keep those regulation losses down. So we got Ramsey back in the lineup. Let's see if he can continue, and we can keep this winning streak going. Milwaukee player Turvden has been injured with a sprained ankle. That is my 4th line grinder, so I'm just going to replace him for right now. That's another win, and that's an 8-3 loss against San Jose. All right, so 16-10-3, ladies and gentlemen. We are 2nd in our division. Yeah, the Colorado Avalanche are the best team. Can understand that. Up there with 38 points, 35-34. So we have a nice little 4-game lead over the Jets and the Wild. And one of those teams have the wild card spot, so we're actually in a good spot. Just keep winning. And again, this is what the mistake I made last year at the beginning of the season when Mason McTavish went down with an injury. Think about it again, right? All the wins it took to get to 12 regulation losses. We were 8-12 to start the year. I've got more than double the amount of wins than we had last year before I've even gotten to 12 losses in regulation, man. We lost that. Last season, we lost in literally like the first month of the year. It was crazy. We just could not turn it around. This year, it's looking a little bit better. All right, so a loss to San Jose. Come on now. I don't want those losing streaks. I do not want those losing streaks. Tikhonov has been injured with back spasms, so I'm just going to replace the player. Oh, I was just talking about the losing streaks, man, and now we're up to 12. So San Jose, LA, and Vegas, they defeat us in regulation. Record's not looking as good anymore. 17-12-3. Just stay above 500, please, God. And we have January right here. Is this January? Woo! This is January, ladies and gentlemen. All right, my off-season plan is coming to a head right here. So, trip to Alberta, Calgary, and Edmonton. It's actually a home game against Calgary, and then on the road against Edmonton. I'll just continue for right now. Calgary, that's a win. Edmonton, that's a regulation loss. Yeah, too many regulation losses at this point in the season. I'd like a little bit less than that, but we'll have to deal with it. So here we go, Twitch. We are at January 1st, which means that you can now extend players who you previously couldn't extend because you only had them to one-year deals. Now, I'll take a look at the individual player stats and the team stats after this. Contract situations. Here we effing go. Please, please, please. Oh, he wants to sign. He wants to sign. All right. So, if you guys remember, I traded for Rasmus Dahlin along with Tage Thompson for the 9th overall pick, right? Now, I traded for his rights, which meant that I could have given him the 8-year deal in comparison to him going to unrestricted free agency, and he'd only be able to sign the 7-year deal. Now, the plan was, hey, listen, let me pay you like you're the top defenseman in the league. I'll give you $13.5 million for 1 year, and then we'll extend you to an 8-year deal, basically guaranteeing Dahlin 9 years instead of 7. So we're giving him an extra 2 years here with this decision. How much money do we save? Please, please. 6 years, 11 mil. All right. So I could go less money to save some, but the whole point was to give him the 9-year deal. So I have to pay him there. But he does want, so I can give him, okay. Let me think. So if 11 mil, 8.5, I can definitely go down to 10.5. I think I can go down to that. I don't think I'll be able to get it down to 10 million. You guys want me to go down by 1.8 million? I don't know if I can do that, man. That would be thing is, if I give him the contract and it's too low, he might not want the extension anymore and he might start asking for like 13, 14 mil. I don't want to get caught here. All right. So if I have an Esimov at 12.250, Dahlin is a former 1st overall pick. We're signing him long term. Instead of giving him 13 mil for 7 years, I'm giving him 11 mil for 8 years. No, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go 10.5. 10.5. Yeah. That's my contract, ladies and gentlemen. Twitch, what do you guys feel about that? 8 years, basically, what is it? $84 million contract, something like that. I think weights too little, too low. No, I think I can get that because 11.8, there's like a 15% rule or something like that with players who want an extension. I think I can get that. Yeah, I think I can get that. Yeah. All right. And then we can save a lot of money. Instead of paying him 13 mil, I'm only giving him 10.5. We're going to do it. Rasmus Dahlin, 8-year extension at $10.5 million per year. All right, so I'm waiting on Rasmus Dahlin. Please, God, do not come back and be angry about that decision. Please, please, please. I need you signed, Rasmus. All right, so let's advance the day very slowly. I will get my grinder back in the lineup. I want to make sure he's in there. So, DeBoer, you're going to take off. Turvden, you're going to get in there. All right. How is he still injured? I thought I turned on that setting. For whatever. I don't even care. If he gets injured again, so be it. I don't care. Good God, man. It doesn't even work. Is it only for the NHL team or something? Jesus Christ. There's probably a setting for the AHL team as well. I'm an idiot. All right. Advanced day again. Game up against the Arizona Coyotes. I'm still waiting on Rasmus Dahlin. And Rasmus Dahlin has decided to extend 8 years with the Nashville Predators. There is GM Superbman's play coming through. I didn't give him 13 mil over 7 years. I got him locked up now for only $10.5 million. So somebody do the math on that. Based on what I gave him over 9 years, basically 13.5 plus 84 million, right, over 9 years compared to what he would have gotten in free agency if he signed like a 13-year or a 13 mil over 7-year deal. See which one's worth more. I still think that's really good for Rasmus Dahlin. Oh my God, we got him signed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there's the future. Now, Dahlin will be Hedman's age when that contract is done, 36, 37 years of age. And 10.5 million. So there's your future. You got Anisimov, who's only 20 years of age. He's signed till he's like 28, 29. And then you got Dahlin now, who is going to be the veteran blue liner, your best defenseman, locked up long term. Oh my goodness gracious. 97.5 is what you gave. 91 is what he would have got. So I guarantee Dahlin 97.5 million over 9 years compared to what he would have gotten 91 million over 7 years. Now, people might be saying, well, John, after those 7 years, he could have made more and your contract would have been worse. Yeah, but it's not guaranteed money. There's no guarantee that he would have still been playing in the NHL. I gave him the big money up front and then extended him 8 years. So he got himself more money in the deal. So I think it worked out. I don't think I fleeced the system. That was a great job. And now we got to check the other guys, right? Askarov, what are you asking for? Whoa! The numbers went down! Ooh, does he want to sign an extension? No, he doesn't want an extension. Should we be waiting on Askarov? Is he gonna drop even further? He's not having a great season. YouTube right now, there's a lot of disagreements happening. Waits. Thing is, though, if I told you guys, if I could get him for like 6 mil, like I would be willing to do that. And we could also just give him, the same as Tomasino Tolvanen. Like, watch this. Tomasino and Tolvanen, these two guys, and McTavish, who I signed to an extension as well, they have themselves 5 years left. This year, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're going to extend Askarov, it would be a 4-year extension to match up with these three guys. Tolvanen's making 7, Tomasino's making 7, McTavish is making 6,250. So if you want to give Askarov that same kind of contract, 4-year, at $6 million, I mean, I think I want to try that. It may not work, but I'd like that. I totally would take that. You go up a little bit. I mean, I could do 6 years at $6 million just to get him in there. I wouldn't even need to. What do you guys think? 6 years or 4? 4-year, I mean, 6 is not that long. It's not that bad. And it's the same money. I might as well give him the 6 years. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try it. Now, this is low-balling a player who does not want to extend. I don't know if he'll accept it, and if he doesn't accept it, we might really screw ourselves. But I already told you guys I'm willing to let Askarov walk. I'm not locking myself in long-term with a goalie. But a goalie only making $6 million a year? Saros is making 7, right? And so we're already saving some money right there. I'm going to do it. Askarov, 6 years, $6 million per. I am not interested in extension really, but I'll take a few days to talk it over with my family anyway. You do that, Askarov. You do that. Is there anyone else that I want to sign now? My blue line. Hang on a second. My blue line. All right, so Victor Hedman, we can extend him, but I want to wait on Victor Hedman. I don't know what the extensions to Lavallee and for Fotinos are going to be, and I also don't know if he's going to retire or not, so we might as well wait on that. Cal Foote, I love $5 million. It's not bad, though. $5 million, and he does want to extend. I might be able to get him down to like 4 years or 3 years even. 3 years at like 4.5 mil. That's really good. Okay, so there is something there to be done. Kovalev, what kind of extension do you want? Kovalev still wants a lot. Might as well wait on Kovalev, right? Might as well wait on Kovalev. Poirier is a defenseman that I wanted to bring back. Oh, man, he wants so much. All right, so we might as well wait on all these defensemen, because if I can't bring back Foote and Poirier, then I don't want either one of them. Yeah, we might as well wait on that. Kovalev, you guys want to sign Kovalev? Yeah, Kovalev and Dahlin are going to be our guys of the future. It's just 7.6. I don't think this guy's going to grow much more than 84, 85. I think that's a little bit, man. We could do the 4-year extension with Kovalev, which would take him to unrestricted free agency, $6 million. Maybe like 5.5. I wouldn't mind pissing off Kovalev because he's an RFA. And I have hit, what do you guys think about that? 4 times 5.5. Put him on the same as the Tomasino and Tolvanen and McTavish contracts. Yeah, 5.5 is not bad for a guy who's playing on your first line. Yeah, because I don't know if I want to go low. I don't know. I don't want to pay this guy like $7 million. I don't see him being that kind of defenseman. Yeah, okay, I'm going to try 4 years at 5.5. If he doesn't like it, it's going to hurt our contract talks, but he's an RFA, so all I have to do is tender a qualifying offer, and then all that anger goes away, and I can bring him back next year and extend him. So yeah, I'm going to try that. There you go. 4 times $5.5 million for Kovalev, and we'll wait on everyone else, all right? So there you go. We're waiting on Askarov and Kovalev now. Askarov, a 6-year extension. Kovalev, a 4-year extension. Let's see what we got. Jesus, Victor Hedman. 39 assists in 35 games played. Holy crap. That's a 6-3 win over the Minnesota Wild. Good. Oh my God. We got Askarov signed 6 times 6. You know what? I'm very happy with that. At the offseason, this guy was asking for like $10 million a year over 8 years. We didn't get the term that we were looking for, but a 6-year extension on a 25-year-old goaltender is going to take him up to 31, 32. That's perfect. That's a real good contract for us. Big overpay? Nah, I disagree. I don't think we overpaid. And Kovalev signed for 5.5. All right. They were able to take discounts. All right. They want to play here. That's real good. All right. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that decision, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves, our players, locked up long term. So the 2 guys that are locked up for the next 9 years, Anisimov and Dahlin. Then you got the guys who are locked up for the next 5 years, including this year, so 4 more after this. Tolvanen, Tomasino, McTavish, and Kovalev. And all of them are still in their 20s, so that's good. None of them are going to age out. And then now you have Askarov, who is signed for the next 6 years. That's perfect, man. That is perfect. All right, the extensions went our way, so GM Superbman's plan comes through in the end, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, I will take all your compliments. It was all my decision to trade for Rasmus Dahlin and get all these guys signed. All right, now we got to make the playoffs. Handing out all this money, right? Imagine we missed the playoffs now. All right, so let's go 1 week at a time. Colorado, Montreal, and Winnipeg. Colorado going to be a tough team. We also have a game up against the St. Louis Blues. All right, so let's take it to the All-Star break and see what our stats look like on paper. That's a win, 2 in a row. A loss to Colorado, fine. We scored 5 goals on them, though. A win and a win. All right, 4 of the last 5 are W's, and we lost to a team that's way ahead of us. The Blackhawks, holy shit, the Blackhawks with 53 points as well. Yeah, we're still in Tweenersville. We got to stay ahead of the Coyotes and the Jets and the Wild, all right? So teams in our division. The Jets right here, big game. Buffalo, Capitals, Carolina, and CBJ. All right, so 4 games. Beat Winnipeg. Please. It's a 6-4 loss in regulation. Damn it. Regulation loss, but followed up by 2 wins. Manny Vasaka's been injured with a wrist sprain, so that is my grinder down there in the AHL. I'm fine with that. Actually, not a bad week. 2-1-1. We'll take it. Where are we sitting? Nice 4 points ahead of the Jets, and the Jets actually have a wild card spot. So what's the Pacific looking like? The Pacific, you're looking at 47 points, 47. So we basically have a 5-point lead. Not that much. We got to keep on winning, man. Have to keep on winning. There's still lots of hockey to be played. Eastern Conference road trip. Might as well just take it up there. Big game against the Winnipeg Jets. So let's sim through these 4 games. Columbus, that is a regulation loss. The Islanders, that is a win. Manny Vasakis, I'm just going to get him in. If he gets injured, he gets injured. I don't care. Oh, it's going to do that thing again where it's going to come back and show me the AHL season. All right, stop the sim, 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 stop the sim. It's so crazy, man. Calendar, hang on. So we get any more games played there or sim? So we won against the Islanders, 2 games, Ottawa and Tampa Bay. Come on, get like 3 points out of that 4. There you go. I'll take it. 3 in a row again. All right. So we are getting some winning streaks. Hey, I like that now. Look at our record now. Now 10 games above 500 without the overtime losses in there. 27 and 17. I like that. LaValle extension, John? No, you can't offer LaValle and Fotinos the extension until the free agency of this year. No. We have to wait till July 1st, ladies and gentlemen. Right? They're still... Watch. I'll show you guys. Just so there's no confusion. It's still considered next year they're signed to that minor league contract. I cannot extend them until that contract becomes the contract that they're getting paid on, all right? We're still in 27-28. I need 28-29 to kick in, and then you can extend them, all right? That's all right. Twitch chat is just trying to help me out. If they make mistakes, it's all good. Just slows us down. You got to do your due diligence, though, so I'm perfectly fine with it. All right, so All-Star break right here somewhere, and we're coming up to the trade deadline. I'm going to have to make some moves here. All right, so big game against the Winnipeg Jets. Let's see what we got. Come on, beat the Jets in regulation. Take them to school. 5-3 win. I love it. I love it. I love it. Where are we? We're still behind the Blackhawks. Oh, that Chicago Blackhawk first-round matchup is looking like it's going to happen. That's a big win against the Jets, though. And then Seattle, Calgary. Ooh, yeah, and then another 2 big games, Minnesota and Winnipeg right here. All right, so Seattle, Calgary, and Anaheim. There's a win. Beautiful. Keep on doing it. Manny Vasakis been injured. The lingering injury. I'm sorry, my man. You're back in, Manny. I'm throwing you back in again. I don't care if you get injured. You're a grinder. You can play through it, Vasakis. Let's go, buddy. Stop the sim. Stop the sim. Stop the sim. There you go. I'm getting better at it. Switch back to NHL. There you go. All right, so a loss against the Calgary Flames after a win against Seattle. A win against Anaheim. Yeah, we're keeping those extended losing streaks off the table here. We're 12 games above 500. Looking good. Looking good. Our division's getting better as well. In previous years, we'd be first, but this is a big 2 games. Minnesota, the Wild have 48 points. The Wild are already 5 games below 500, so I don't think they're coming back. But the Jets are the team that are catching us in our division. We have to keep on beating the Jets, all right? So Minnesota, I'd like to beat them, obviously, but yeah, okay, we got a point. That's not the end of the world. The Jets, that's huge. That's huge. The last 2 games against the Winnipeg Jets, the teams that are catching us in our division, we have beat them twice in regulation, 5-3 and 6-2. Well, they got their first overall pick last year, Gunderson, but we have our first overall pick. We have 2 first overall picks, and they're only getting better. Detroit, Toronto, Montreal, just keep on going. Nice little Eastern Conference road trip right here. That's a win. Points, mild concussion. All right, so Duke Draper's been injured with a mild concussion. His estimated return is February 28th, so I'm just going to replace him. February 28th is not that far away, but he's only going to come back when he's fully injured, or when he's fully healed now, right? Because that new option. Oh, yeah, we're going to make the playoffs. So points in our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points in our last 6 games, a 4-game winning streak. Your Nashville Predators. That's crazy. We're still 3rd in our division with 73 points. 73 puts us in 2nd in the Metro, and then puts us tied for 1st in the Atlantic. Wow, our division has gotten better here. The Avalanche and the Blackhawks are looking pretty good. All right, so still in the East, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo, and then we're getting up to the trade deadline. Ah, man, some moves at the trade deadline this year. All right, so Duke Draper is fully healed. So now if I put him back in, is he ready to go? Ready to go? Hey, all right, there you go, guys. You saved me some time. Thank you very much. And when they come back from injury, it's like it doesn't even show the damn... What was that? That was weird. It was a different... Oh, whatever. This game, dude. So a loss against the Senators, a loss against the Red Wings, but a win against the Buffalo Sabres. And here we are coming up to the trade deadline. All right, so 35, 20, and 5. Let's see where we currently sit. So we just got to sit... We're sitting 9 points ahead of the Wild with 2 games in hand. Wow, the Wild pulled it out. Weren't the Wild like 5 games below? Wait, what? Weren't the Wild like 5 games below 500? Hang on. Stats. Yeah. Well, I don't need to look at the stats right now. We're doing good. But hang on. The Wild, their last 10. They won 10 in a row or something? Ha! The Wild have gone 9-1-0 in their last 10. Oh, my God. Well, the Jets have gone 4-6-0. All right. Well, they're switching and swapping. I'm just trying to see which teams we have to worry about for the playoffs. So the Pacific have the 2 wild card spots at 67-67. So we basically just got to stay ahead of the Wild. 2 games in hand. Yeah, we're looking like we're already in the playoffs with a record like this. Good. Jesus, Hedman, you are a freaking tank this year. All right, so let's save the game because we have made some good extensions, and I'd hate to lose any of that progress. But now we're at the trade deadline. Now, here's the problem with the trade deadline this year. So far, we really have never indulged in acquiring pieces for our playoff push for the trade deadline. If you remember the first 2 years, our team was basically set up, and I had the mentality where I didn't want to give up the future to help out right now because we had an aging team, and I felt like the rebuild was coming, but I did my best. So we really didn't use draft picks or prospects to acquire pieces at the trade deadline. We acquired that goaltender, which helped us out that 1 year. And ever since we've been in the Stanley Cup window right now, we really don't have the cap space to make moves. And the same thing is happening this year. We do not have that cap flexibility to bring in a big contract. We're already at the cap ceiling, basically. So I'll do my due diligence to see if there's anyone that we could acquire. But do you guys see any upgrades that we would need to make? So, Anisimov, 92. Did he grow? Was he 91 to start the video? I think he grew, right? Anisimov is a 92 overall, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me see what he's doing. 59 points in 60 games played, plus 17. That's what I'm talking about. See, I knew it would come back around. Maxim Anisimov. Tage Thompson, 23 goals, 19, 42 points. Yep, plus 14. First line's doing fine now. And Philip Forsberg, yeah, first line's doing fine. McTavish, second line, 42 points in 60 games played, plus 19. Yep, the second line's doing their job. Tomasino, he's got himself 49 points in 60 games played, plus 17. I told you guys the second line could get it done. And Tolvanen, better than Kemmel, baby. 50 points in 60 games played, so real good top 6. What about Lavallee now? Did Lavallee go from 85 to 86? Lavallee's got 20 goals on the season. Hopefully he can pass last year's totals of 27. All he's got to do is get 7 more. 32 points. Yeah, he should be getting better. He's an 86 overall. Fotinos, 84. Let's see. His numbers have maybe trailed off a little bit. He's getting more goals, but not as many assists, so be it. And then the fourth line. What about my defensive core? Kovalev, a plus 23. There you go. Kovalev and Hedman work so well together. Although Hedman has dropped to an 88, but I can't take him off the first line after the season he's having. My God. Dahlin, plus 16. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My team is playing great. And then Askarov, a 913 save percentage, and we got him locked in when he wasn't playing great, so it worked out. So when I look at this team, what can we upgrade for the playoffs? I don't want to take out any of my fourth liners. Maybe we could upgrade, like, Norlinder, like a defenseman, but I'd like to bring him back because as the third line pairing with Foot, a plus 3, it's pretty good. Like, you see what I mean? I don't have much to go for. I could bring in a depth player, but, yeah, I like my team. And we're simulating well. So we'll go into the trade deadline. We'll see what's available, but I really don't see myself making too many moves here, ladies and gents. I'm certainly not trading away any of our prospects like Westcott or none of those guys. No. We're not doing that. All right, so I'll be a buyer. Yeah, I'll turn myself into a buyer. Enter the trade deadline. All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Trade deadline for year number 6. All right, so like a Ryan O'Reilly would be a perfect pickup. 1 year, 7.250. Pick him up for 1 year, slap him on the third or fourth line. All right, let me just see if I can make this work somehow. Like, what if I, you know what? What if I upgraded from Kempe to Ryan O'Reilly? They don't even want Kempe. Kempe is plus 9 this year. Let's see, could I make it work? Yeah, technically it does work. All right, and I can maybe free up some cap space here as well. Arizona trades Reedy, Corpusalo, and Luff to the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for Jay Schumacher, a second, and Haken. Man, I don't even know these damn players anymore. We're in year 6. All right, so Kempe for O'Reilly. Bring in like a defensive player and like a first round. Like, would you guys be willing to do something like that? What else do they want? Hang on a second. Skaters matching the block. Darlene, Lavallee, Fotinos. Trade alert. The Vancouver Canucks trade W. Burns and Perrin to the Winnipeg Jets in exchange for Tyson Jost. Tolvin and Fotinos, Draper, Long, Westcott, Kovalev, Tomasino. See, I want to give all these guys a chance to grow. I don't know if they're going to be anything for our team. At this point, I would much rather trade away the first rounder. But, again, if you continue to add... And the thing about Ryan O'Reilly is he plays center. Lavallee plays center as well, so that's not really going to work out for us, is it? What's his stats this year? Minus 24, 46. I mean, minus 24. He's just on a bad team, though. But, Selke Trophy winner in previous years. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kempe, I mean, I can't have Lavallee and O'Reilly on the same line. They're both centers. And I'm not taking McTavish off. Nah. Ryan O'Reilly's not going to be the guy. I don't see that working out for us. Pellick, let's see. Defenseman. Do we know what kind of... Hang on a second. Trade alert. Edmonton Oilers. They trade Jonas Brodin, Middleton, and... Oh my God. To Chicago in exchange for Fimis and Verow. What the fuck, Edmonton? You're just making my rivals that much stronger? Oh, Jonas Brodin goes to the friggin' Chicago Blackhawks. The damn blue line is unbelievable. Korchinski, Gustafsson... Oh my God! What else? They also had they got like I can take a look at it right now. Let me see this. Chicago. Oh man, we're gonna be facing Chicago in round number 1, aren't we? What's their blue line look like now? Oh, Bruce. Gustafsson, Korchinski. They picked up Brandstrom, and now they got Brodin. All right, Brodin's starting to drop off, but he's only got 1 year left. Oh my God, that's a tough blue line, man. That is a tough blue line. Lavallee has a secondary position? I don't think he does. I think he's just a center. Let me double check for you. Hang on a sec. Lavallee, no, he's just a center. Just a center. So if I could get an upgrade for Kempe, that would be nice, but Ryan O'Reilly ain't it. I'd have to... My center core is already taken care of. Capitals trade Vladimir Tarasenko and Kasha to Chicago for Bruce! Bruce landed them Tarasenko in a year where the Stanley Cup window is open. That's some bullshit! Oh, Bruce, it did come back to bite us in the ass. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait a minute. No. Tarasenko ain't that good. No. Tarasenko, where is he? Jesus, they got Tavares, they got Kopitar, they got Tarasenko. What the fuck? This ain't the 2010s anymore. San Jose trade a second and a third to Seattle in exchange for Ethan Bear, third and a fourth. Where's Tarasenko? He's 84. He's got 1 year left. He's got friggin' X factors, though. He got 21 goals this year. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so remind me, after the trade deadline, we got to take a look at the lineups of the Chicago Blackhawks. Holy crap, man. That is not good. Oh, that is not good at all. Trade alert. Uh-oh. What do we got? Florida trade a second and a third to LA in exchange for Ryan Graves. I don't even know if that's his name. And Jesper Bachfist. Geno Malkin, huh? 1 year playmaker. Yeah, but he can't play the wing either. No, it's not going to work. Just trying to look. Bo Horvat. Trying to look for somebody. Look at Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt, left wing. 2 years left at 5.6. I guess I could trade him. A playmaker? For that, you don't need another playmaker. Let me see. 2 years left, though. Now, make it snappy, and it doesn't do anything for me. Minus 13. Nah, it doesn't do anything for me. No. And how good is he? He is 86. I mean, Kempe is 84. It's not that big of an upgrade, right? Ryan O'Reilly I would do, but I don't need it. Unless you just want to get O'Reilly in there for the playoffs and say, screw it to Draper. Okay, let's see. Okay. I might be willing to do something here. If I can make it work. I don't think I can make it work. But let me see the players that are on the team that are scratched. Who is scratched right now? Ramsey, Bellows. So if I wanted to trade Kiefer Bellows for Ryan O'Reilly, now that's not going to work. What if you retained all the money? Will this trade still go through? If I can get it to go through, I could bring up Ryan O'Reilly like long-term injury reserve. Just bring him in for the playoffs, basically, right? Yeah, see, it's not going to work. So if I'm going to bring in a guy like Ryan O'Reilly, I got to trade a roster player out. The only roster player I'd be willing to move out is Kempe, and that's a winger for Lavallee and for Fotino, so we got to find a guy who can play the wing. Jesper Bratt is someone who can play the wing, but he's another playmaker, so now you got two playmakers instead of the two-way forward on that line, and I don't think he's going to have the X factor to help out. No, it's not going to work for me. Max Domi, no. Malkin. Trade alert, the Blues trade. And Alex Tuck to Detroit. All right, don't have to worry about that. Let me see Malkin. Can he play the wing at all? No. Tape to tape. It would be perfect, though. Nah, I can't put him on the wing. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to mess with it. Dylan Cousins. Can Cousins play the wing? Ooh. Right wing. Two-way forward. Interesting. But no X factors. Kempe does have an X factor, which helps out Lavallee and No, I can't do that either. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't see myself making any trades this year. Adam Pellick. I mean, I could upgrade the defensive core if he does play the third line. He doesn't. He fits on all penalty killing lines. So he's probably like a pinch cycle or something like that. That doesn't work. Josh Morrissey. Let me see Josh Morrissey. 1 year left, doesn't have any X factors, top 4 defensive pairing, so he is a pinch shoot kind of guy, but let's see, like, do I upgrade? Nah, it's 86. I'm just giving up. I'm giving up so much to do that. And then Malkin. What about Horvat? Can he play the wing, or is he only a center? He's only a center. He's got 3 years left as well. All right, so YouTube, this is not going to be a year where we trade. The trades at the trade deadline are coming up in the future, but for right now, I like my team, and I'm not willing to mess around with it, all right? So we're going to do some power of video editing. If anything crazy happens, I will bring it back and let you know, even though it's very hard to determine whether or not these are big trades anymore because we're in year 6, and I don't recognize a lot of these names. But, yeah, I'll let you know if anything big happens. All right, YouTube, bringing it back right now. We got less than 30 minutes left on the draft, or the trade deadline, and I have a potential trade here that I don't know if I want to pull the trigger. People in the Twitch chat are saying, do it, don't do it. Basically, what we would be doing is Kiefer Bellows, who is a scratch player for us, would be upgrading into Steven Stamkos, who is an 82 overall, and we would treat him like a long-term injured reserve who'd basically play in the playoffs. I don't want to replace Draper or Ramsey or Yarventi, because I want them to get better, but having a guy like Stamkos on the bench just in case an injury happens or something like that might not be a bad idea. I don't want to give up a first, though, for it. A second and a third this year for it. I don't know what I should do. Trade alerts. There's less than 10 minutes to go. The Columbus Blue Jackets trade Howden and Zub to Montreal. I don't know if I want to do it, man. Is this going to mess with the team's chemistry? It's just, I don't. Linking up Stamkos and Hedman could be nice. No, we have to, no, we can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. We can't do it. The trade deadline has completed, and GM Superbman did not pull the trigger on Steven Stamkos. I was thinking about it, but you know what? I don't want to. It might mess with the salary cap situation. It'll mess around with all the rosters and the line changes, and as much as the Stanley Cup window is open, we still need to play our young guns, and there was nothing in the top 9 that Stamkos could play. He'd be just on the 4th line, and I'm not willing to do that. Not willing to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Man, the Twitch fans are not happy with me right now, YouTube. I'd like to see what the YouTube fans say about this. Coward, I hereby you suck. Superbman out. Oh, my God. But the Chicago Blackhawks, ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Blackhawks, 2 years left, $2 million for this guy. No, thank you. I don't have any cap space for anything like that. All right, so let me just show you guys, give you a visual of where Stamkos could have played. Like, he wouldn't have made the top line, the second line, even the third line. But maybe here, for the playoffs, instead of Draper, you have Stamkos. But I'd also like to play Draper in the playoffs to give him that time, and it's just, I don't know, man. It just didn't feel right. I didn't want to pull the trigger. I feel like our team's playing well this year. These guys got the opportunity to go and make the playoffs. I didn't want to bring in another piece and shake it all up, right? So, no, we're not going to do it. I know. So let's take a look at the Chicago Blackhawk lines right now, all right? Oh, my God. What do they got? What do they got here? Batherson, Renz, and Kemmel. So Kemmel is on the first line. Garbage. Garbage. Oh, he must have got injured this year. He's only played 38 games played. All right, so it's not as bad as I thought. 26 points in 38 games played. He must have had a big injury this year. But still, see what I mean? Kemel, he never made it to Tolvanen's overall. I'm very happy with Tolvanen. Tarasenko now with Tavares and Kopitar. What the fuck? That's got to be the slowest goddamn line imaginable. You got two centers who can't even play the wing. Tarasenko is the only true winger. He's 36. Oh, they're going to go off, though. Bertuzzi, Lutz, and Connor Brown. And then they got a deep team. Just missing that superstar. Michael Renz needs to jump to 90 overall. But their blue line now. Gustafsson with Brodin. Korchinski moves down with Brandstrom. 287s on the second line. Oh, my God. Yeah, their blue line looks nice. And their goaltender. All right, so be aware. Be aware. Bruce. We traded Bruce to Chicago, and Bruce ends up getting flipped to land them Tarasenko. So it does come back to bite us in the ass. Oh. Is there any way we can avoid Chicago in round number 1? We got to catch the Avalanche. We got to catch Colorado. Come on, boys. I need a winning streak right here, right now. All right, so the good news is that we should be in the playoffs, but I want to avoid Chicago. If we can win our division, I'm going for it. We got to win our division this season, ladies and gents. So let's finish the year on the right foot and get into the playoffs with a lot of momentum on our side, all right? Games up against Edmonton and Vegas. Let's see what we got. 6-4 win. Yes, the winning streak. The winning streak continues. That's 4 in a row. Where are we? We're second in our division. We've taken home ice advantage back from the Blackhawks. Only 2 points now down on the Avalanche with 2 games in hand, nonetheless. New, looking real good. Save the game. I think we can get to the end of the season, then I'll save the game. Yeah. Although all those trades, yeah, fuck, you convinced me. It would suck if it froze and all of a sudden the trades would have to happen again. You're right. Anytime something big happens where the league changes, you need to save the game. You guys are right. Thank you for that. Okay. So let us continue the simulation, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a 4-game winning streak. Seattle, Minnesota, big game. Are they still? No, they've fallen back below the Jets. They both have 68 points. I can't even, you know what? I shouldn't even be worried about the teams below us anymore. We just got to win. We're just trying to win our division. Then no one's going to catch us. We're making the playoffs this year. All right, so Milwaukee players gone down. That's 5 in a row. That is 6 of 7. Keep it going. That's 7 of 8. Come on, boys. Keep it going. We have oh my God. The Blackhawks have leapt the Avalanche and the Predators and have 2 games in hand. And we have gotten past the Colorado Avalanche with 1 game. What a crazy division it is this year. The young Blackhawks, the young Predators, and the dominant Avalanche in the NHL Central Division. Oh my God. San Jose, St. Louis, Dallas, LA. I'll just watch these 4 games. Come on, boys. Possible 8 points. Let me get 6 of them. Replace player. Let me get 6 points out of these possible. There you go. That's a win. That's 4. That's 4 already. Milwaukee, Albert Johnson's available to play. I don't even know who that guy is, so to hell with him. That's 4. All right, we got 6 out of 8. I like to see it. Where do we sit? We are top of our division with 93 points. Come on, hold on to it. Now, don't get ahead of yourselves because the Blackhawks have 2 games in hand, so that's 4 points. They could be up at 95 points. So, worst case scenario, we're 2 points behind the Blackhawks right now. We have to just keep on winning. Anaheim, Washington, and LA. 3 games here. Possible 6 points. Get me 4. That's a win. That's a loss. That's a win. They got me 4. Where are we? Ooh, they lost a few. The Blackhawks lost a few. So it's official. The Nashville Predators in year 6 have clinched the NHL playoffs. Ukraine Wayne will not be denied in his 3rd season. The Stanley Cup window is officially open. Oh yeah, we got a good team. Ladies and gentlemen. The playoffs are going to be great this year. All right, come on, win our division and avoid Chicago in round number 1. Get one of these, get the Jets or the Wild in round number 1. Look at that, hell yeah. Seattle, Philly, St. Louis, come on, another 4 out of 6. Please. That's a win. That's a loss. Only 2 out of 6. I don't like it. 1 game in hand for Chicago, and we have a 1-point lead, so technically they're 1 point ahead of us. Come on now, boys. Out of a final 5 games, a possible 10 points. Get me 7. Get me 7 points out of a possible 10. That'll put us up to 106 points. That might be enough. All right, so the Rangers and Dallas. Come on. I need some wins. Milwaukee, Cale Fleury has been injured with a sore knee. I'll just replace him. That's a loss. That's a win. All right, so we started it off with a loss. That's fine. So now we have to basically run the table here. The Blackhawks are 1 point ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams have 3 games left. Woo! It's a big game up against Chicago. It could be a Stanley Cup matchup. We got to see the slow simulation. We got to see how this plays out, right? Yeah, we got to jump in. We got to jump in for sure. All right, so this could be the playoffs. We got to watch how this plays out and maybe make some decisions, some line changes. Boom! Joel Lavallee scores. Opening goal, less than 2 minutes in. Tolvanen gets another one. There you go. Kamilai held on to the right sniper. Power play for both teams. Both teams don't score. Another power play for Nashville goes nowhere. Ooh, and Maxim Anisimov, Ukraine Wayne, he gets a goal as well. This is what I like to see. Freaking team is stacked, loaded. Loaded to the gills, baby. There's no reason why we can't think of ourselves as a true contender this year. Last year, we should have made the playoffs. I know, I made the mistake. This year, we're even better. Oh, Joakim Kemmel, though, gets them back within 1. Kemmel's not going anywhere. Power play. Long one, too. And Korchinski gets the Blackhawks back within 1. I thought this was going to be an easy game. God damn it, boys. What are you doing? 5 minutes left in the second period. Come on, Nashville. Just hold on to this sucker. Askarov, you wanted all that money. Prove to me why you deserve it. We have a power play to start the third period. Up by 1. We're out shooting them. Come on now, boys. Hold on to it. Choke artists. Just like the playoffs and before. Power play for Chicago goes nowhere. Emil Jarventi, the first draft pick GM Superman had as a member of the Nashville Predators. Woo, he comes through. Man, a lot of power plays happening in this game. Jeez, this is for sure a rivalry. Both teams are chippy out there. And even though it doesn't matter in terms of the playoffs, a big win for the Nashville Predators. That might be the difference in who wins the Central Division. Huge win in regulation. Huge win in regulation, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's see. Points. Cal Foote with 2 points, and then it was a team effort. Team effort all around. A bunch of people who just won. All right, sim to next game. So where are we? We are 1 point ahead of the Chicago Blackhawks, boys. Oh, my God. Hang on one sec. I need some water. Using too much of my voice there in that. All right, let's go back. So 3 games left, was it? Yeah, no, 2 games left. 2 games left. I mean, if we win both of them, we win our division. So our destiny is in our own hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Up against the Arizona Coyotes. We got to win it. We got to win it. Up against the Coyotes. Oh, regulation loss. Oh, no. The Blackhawks haven't played just yet, and the Avs haven't played. The Avalanche, the last game of the season as well. Oh, no. Let's sim to the last game. Let's see where they sit. The Blackhawks have overtaken us. No! All right. Oh, no, the Avalanche in round 1. I didn't want the Avs in round 1. We got to win this game. We got to win this game, and we got to hope that the Blackhawks lose, man. Slow sim again? All right, slow sim again. The fans want another slow sim. This 2 playoff matchups here in the last 3 games of the season. All right, if it's not Chicago, it's going to be Colorado. If we can win this and Chicago loses, then we get a wild card team. This is a huge game. This is a huge game on front of our home ice fans. Power play early on. Man, they didn't win it last year. They won it the year, not before. Oh, my God. When was the year that they went like 16-1 in the playoffs or something? It was 2 years ago, right? Yeah, because last year was Vancouver. The year before that was Boston. Oh, my God, yeah. Get ready for this in the playoffs, ladies and gents. The Colorado Avalanche is going off on us. How the fuck did Bruce help out the freaking Blackhawks getting Tarasenko and then they tear it up to end the year? Are you kidding me? Second period underway. Come on, Nashville. The divisional lead. You know what? I'm all right with it. If we're going to win the Stanley Cup, we got to get through some tough teams anyways. Yeah, we got to go through Colorado. It's going to be a good lesson for the young team. All right, the overpowered Colorado Avalanche with Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. Oh, no. It's going to be a lot of this, isn't it? You know what? If we have to face them basically starting after this game, get the loss in now. We're due for a win then, right? If it's RNG, we're due for a win. Oh, Philip Forsberg gets them back within. They got Malcolm Subban as their goaltender. Jesus. Sub-Zero getting it done. Power play for Colorado. Goes nowhere. Oh, excuse me. Tomasino gets them back within 2. Wait a minute. Do we have a game here? Who took the penalty late, you fool? No, they're going to shut it down. So we got the 3 goals, which is decent. 38 shots, which is decent, but they're able to score goals as well, the Colorado Avalanche. All right. Oh, man. And that win for the Avalanche give them home ice advantage in the playoffs. Oh. But you know what? I'm still very happy with the regular season. Think about it, Nashville. All right, the first 2 years, we were playing the old veterans. We made the playoffs. The third year, after the blow-up, we still made the playoffs. Then we had the 2 years off, drafting Maxim Anisimov. And in his third year in the NHL, before he gets his big-time contract, we're back in the playoffs. And there's no reason to think that this team is not going to make the playoffs the next 10 years in a row with those guys leading the team, right? So we're still a young team, but we've officially turned the corner. We're back in the playoffs. And we got some tough matchups here, man. It's going to be the Avalanche in round 1. If we get by them, it's like the Blackhawks in round 2 if they get by their team. Damn, dude. Damn. And the Jets made it in. The Jets made it in with 88 points. No way. All right, so let's do a whole team stats and everything. Let's take a look at all the numbers and see where we sit, all right? So goals for per game. Hey, that's a good one. We led our division in goals for per game. So we are scoring goals, and you don't score that many goals just because you have one or two really good players, right? You score that many goals because A, you have a really good head coach, and our head coach, Gail Gordon, is an offensive head coach, but you also have depth. You need players everywhere, and not only do we have a first line, a second line, but we have a third line as well, and we have two very good defensemen in Dahlin and Hedman that can put up a lot of points. So we're a goal-scoring team. Goals against per game, yeah, Colorado, a better goals against, so we're allowing way too many goals still in comparison to these two teams. That makes sense. We're an offensive team. I can understand that. Power play percentage could be better, 17.5, second in our division. And then the penalty kill percentage, 82.2, could be better, could be worse, not horrible. Yeah, in our last 10, 4-6-0. Oh, man, we let it slip. We let it slip to end the season there. We absolutely did. It's unfortunate. Which team won the Presidents? Hang on a second. Entire league. What do we got here? The Anaheim Ducks. There you go. See, they didn't need Mason McTavish. Chicago, number 2. Nashville, number 6. Wow. Chicago, number 2. Colorado, number 5. Nashville, number 6. The Central Division has gotten a lot tougher, man. Player stats. All right, so who did what for? Search by forwards. Anisimov. All right, so numbers came down a little bit. His goal-scoring numbers came down. His assists went up. Still a good season for him, though. We've got to find the right lineup for him because whether it's Forsberg or maybe it was Tage Thompson this year, it's just not there yet. But he has grown to a 92 overall? Good Lord. Just need his shot to get a little bit better as well, man. Just need his shot to get a little bit better as well. But I know he's also a very good defensive player. Yeah, there you go. The takeaways, giveaways, and hits. Did he have any shorthanded goals? 2 shorthanded goals, 5 shorthanded points, 14 power play points. We got to get those power play points up into the 20s. Yeah, we got to get that first line power play going a little bit more. What else we got in here? Tolvanen was 67. There you go. Way better than Kemmel. Tomasino was 66. Forsberg was 61. Tage Thompson with 59. McTavish with 56. So it's just, we're an even team, basically. You know, we're spreading out the goal scoring. LaValle with 44. Let's see, did he get better? Did he get worse? Slightly better. Stayed about the same. Don't worry, he will get better as I move him up to the first line. Fotinos with 41. It got better with goal scoring, regressed with points and assists. I'm fine with that. Remember, we're extending them this year, so if they don't have great seasons, that's just going to save us money. Kempe with 31, Yarventi, Draper, Ramsey, Bellows. Defenseman, man, Victor Hedman, 84 points. Victor Hedman has been done nothing but succeed since I brought him in here. And I brought him in here to help out the growth of Anisimov, and yeah, man, he's just all those points. All those friggin' points. Dahlin, good season. Next year, he's going to be on the first line power play, all that stuff. He'll get even more. Poirier, Foote, Norlinder, and Kovalev. And then goaltenders, Askarov, 36, 21, and 3. Backup, 13, 7, and 2. 909 save percentage. You know what? We got to look at Askarov as a $6 million goalie now. You know what I mean? For $6 million, it's fine. All I need him to do is get hot during one playoff run, and boom. We have the goal scoring. And then if we just get a little bit of luck with the goaltending and the defense, you never know. You never know. The most goals in the NHL. Austin Matthews with 57. Yep. Connor McDavid with 45. Alexander Ovechkin. How many fucking... Jesus, he's got over 1,000 goals. He just will not retire. I'm going to make sure nobody can defeat me. This record will never be destroyed. Points, Matthews, Johnny Gaudreau, McDavid, Line, and Gaudreau seem to be working very... Oh, man, Nathan McKinnon. Oh, no. What about defenseman? Cale Makar, where are you? Hedman. So we have the best defenseman. There you go. Norris Trophy for sure for Hedman. Ekblad, Makar, 95. Fuck. 95 Cale Makar, 96 Nathan McKinnon. I mean, we're screwed. We are so effing screwed. It's not even funny, man. And then fucking Saros! Holy shit, where was that for me, man? Nashville, 906, Nashville, 907, Chicago, 913. Go fuck yourself. Oh my God. Whatever. It always goes that way. As soon as I trade away goaltenders, bang, they just go off. Askarov's down there right here. Not bad. And then rookie skaters. Let's see. Hey, Jeffrey Esposito, the grandson of Phil Esposito. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. Oh, man, the two power forwards from Pennsylvania. Esposito and Kahn, baby. Yeah, looking good. Oh, wow. The first overall pick, Emiliano Gunderson, only had 39 points, 26 goals. What was his ice time? 20 minutes on the ice. Oh, Jesus. Winnipeg, you screwed up not getting Ukraine Wayne. Instead, you got this guy. He's not as good. All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Last but not least, let's take a look at the progress reports just to see who's growing this season and who's not. Lavallee went up by 20. Good. Yep. Oh, statistical growth. Okay. So what that shows me is that he is getting stunted by not playing on the first line. So we got to get him up on the first line next year. So Tage Thompson and Philip Forsberg, you're probably gone. But yeah, he could probably be maybe 87 if I put him on the first line. So yeah, I will take that into account. Fotinos was fine playing on the third line. So Fotinos on the third line was the good idea. Lavallee probably deserved to be on the second line this year. But so be it. Dahlin, still growing. Good. Anisimov, a little bit of both. Good. Statistical growth and natural growth. Good. Kempe, Tomasino, Yarventi, Ramsey, Draper. No growing for Draper. No growing. Yeah, Draper is capped off, man. Jesus. What about in the system here? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Theodore Schlong. Oh, man. Schlong is already up to 67 overall at 19 years of age. Westcott is up to 67 at 18 years of age. Yeah, leaving them down in the minors was absolutely the right idea for those guys. Donovan, he grew by 16. Costi, Metropolit only grew by 10 there. Metropolit? Yeah, he still grew. Panay, he grew. All right, see what I mean? Our blue line's coming together. It certainly is. What about goaltenders like Plekanec? Plekanec didn't really grow. Voutilainen did a lot better of a job. Maybe I shouldn't have signed Plekanec to the contract just yet. Maybe he wasn't good enough to play in the AHL as of yet. That's all right. We'll deal with that. All right, so that's that taken care of. And last but not least, let's advance the day. Let's see what we got here. Advance the day again. Yablonski, I'll just replace the player. Oh, yeah, the AHL team. We'll see where they ended up. And yes, it is. It's the Colorado Avalanche in round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Damn it. Chicago has San Jose in round number 1. Let's see what San Jose would have been if we could have gotten there and faced San Jose. What kind of team do they have? Hertl, Eklund, Meyer. That's not bad. That's not bad. Ooh, 87 on the third line. That's not bad. They got a decent forward core. Ooh, not a great blue line. And a goalie. All right, that's a weird team that can stun you all of a sudden. So I'm all right with that. We got to deal with the Colorado Avalanche. Might as well just take a quick peek at what we're going up against here in year number 6, round 1. Landeskog. He's getting older, but he's still 88. McKinnon. Oh, he's 32. Just like 3 or 4 more years of this guy, and then he'll start to drop off. And Rant, oh my God. Oh my God. Svechnikov, Newhook, and Nikushkin. Great. 88 overall in the second line. Weak third line. Not a bad fourth line. Bowen, Byram, 90. Fuck it, it's over. It is over. Those guys are going to be enough. What? I hate goalies in this game. They fucking mean nothing. I should just bring in a 75 overall goalie. But the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? Ah! Oh, okay, whatever. All right, so YouTube, you let me know what kind of changes, line changes, anything and everything for our Year 6 playoff run. The Stanley Cup window is coming to a close, and then we have to part ways with guys like Tage Thompson and Philip Forsberg and take this team into the next chapter, basically. So you don't want to miss out on the playoff run because it's one and done, basically. I still think that we can be a playoff team next year, but I think we're going to be a slightly worse team because guys like Tage Thompson and Forsberg, X Factors, mid to high 80s, they're going to be replaced by guys in the low 80s, maybe even high 70s next season, right? Because we got to save some salary cap. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you when we stream the playoffs, baby. Take it easy.